everyone, and welcome back to Two Chicks.
One vibe.
This is our second episode, which we're excited about. And as we mentioned last week, these first couple episodes are going to be an introduction of us as your hosts. And we hope that you all will, after you view the episodes, will have more questions for us that we can engage you all around. So during this episode, my co-host, Sherri
Not my whole name.
Ross, put a government name out there.
My whole government name. Okay.
Sherri is going to be interviewing me
So excited.
so that you all can learn more about LaShonne.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Let me put my glasses on, girl. We're gonna start easy.
Okay.
Let me get situated. Where'd you grow up?
I grew up in the DMV. So I never say that I grew up in Washington D.C. because I moved from the Washington D.C. area when I think I was 7.
Okay.
But prior to that, we lived on Benning Road.
Oh, you were in DC.
Yes, they said Benning Road.
In DC.
Right there at
By the
Benning
shrimp
Road.
boat?
Yes, right down the street from and around the corner from WTF, where we play tennis. Yeah, we were living in what I think is now Benning Apartments or something. It might be called. Yeah, and so I have fond memories of living over there. And like I said, when I was 7, we moved to Fort Washington.
Okay.
And my mom still lives in the same house.
Okay.
Yep. So it's been like 40 plus years.
Okay. So you alluded to the fond memories. My next question is, what is your fondest childhood memory? And I want one from Benning Road and then one from Fort Washington because I'm sure they are very different.
That is an interesting question because a lot has happened in we won't mention how many years I've been living, but
well, it's been more than 40.
Thank you.
You said it.
One memory that I have from Benning Road was, we were living in these apartments and sometimes we didn't have air.
Mm-hmm.
And so my dad would take the mattress off of one of the beds and put it on the balcony. And I remember me, him, and my brother sleeping on the balcony on the mattress. And it was like
a sleep out. Like people in the suburbs, they sleep out back in their backyards in a little tent.
Right. And it was really in my mind and as a young child, it just really felt like something fun to do.
Mm-hmm.
We knew it was hot.
Right,
we had powder on us and all that stuff, but
all up here.
But it was just something fun to do. And then it also brings to mind that, parents, as children, you don't really know what your parents are going through, right?
Mm-mm.
But they make do,
right?
And you don't know the difference. This is like this.
And that
is
was
what
fun
this
to
is
you,
right? This is what this is supposed to be. So it was all good in the neighborhood for us. Now in Fort Washington.
So y'all couldn't put the mattress on the back in Fort Washington. They might have put you out. they weren't having that in Fort Washington.
I'm like, if we're moving somewhere else that we don't have air, we got a problem. No, I'm just kidding. But no. One of the memories that I have when we moved to Fort Washington was me switching schools.
Mm-hmm.
And so I remember so this was during a time when middle school was a thing. Like, I don't know if they still have middle school or not.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
And so I, for a snippet of my life, so I started in Catholic school, Holy Name on West Virginia Avenue. I don't think it's there anymore in DC. But for a snippet, I went to Oxon Hill Middle School when it was seventh, eighth, ninth.
Uh-huh.
And when I tell you I cut up,
You
like
cut up?
I cut up.
Like I can see you not being ready
Oh,
for
I
what you
wasn't ready.
saw, but I can't imagine you cutting up.
Yeah, my parents was like, mm-mm,
That's not gonna work
this
for
is
us.
not gonna work for us nor you. And
Huh.
I don't even think that I spent a full year there.
Oh, you showed yo ass.
Hmm.
Okay.
Literally. Oh.
Okay. That's a different episode.
Yeah, so that was, I don't know how fond the memory is, but it was
You had
one
a good
that
time.
sticks out in my mind for sure.
I can't see it. I can't see it. So, how did that shape who you are today? Like those different experiences, because it's very different. The Benning Road versus Fort Washington experience, I would imagine.
Yeah.
So, how did all of that shape who you are today?
They were very different experiences. One thing that I would say was that, is that I was fortunate to have my nuclear family.
Mm-hmm.
Like, still, we were together in both places, and there, are a lot of fond memories that we have as a unit. But thinking back on it, I am a person who has always been grateful,
Mm-hmm.
and it it seeing my parents, work as hard as they did. They were government workers, and it just showed me what hard work can do.
Mm-hmm.
And that's who I am today. I know how to make money. I know how to find
Okay.
a job.
That's important.
I got that hustle in me and work ethic. Now, I don't have a family of my own, like
Mm-hmm.
children or anything, but any young person that I talk to, like, I try to impart something,
Mm-hmm.
pieces of that, to young people because I think that they need it. But that's really what it, I had two good models of hardworking people who had work ethic, was serious about taking care of their family, and it was the perfect for me. We were not a perfect family.
No.
However, it was we didn't want for anything.
Mm-hmm.
So
And it's just you and your brother.
yes,
Okay. Older, younger?
he's older. He's 4 years older.
Oh, so it's exactly like mine. My brother's 4 years older.
Really?
Uh huh.
Okay.
Yeah. Um. So, so what were you like as a kid? Now we won't consider that time when you were in Oxon Hill Middle
Oxtail.
School. Not that time. But what were you like as a child? Because that's an outlier, right? You cutting up
Oh
in Oxon
yes,
Hill.
yes. I didn't even know who I was at that point.
And plus,
um,
girls at middle school age, that 12, 13-year-old, we crazy anyway.
oh
Like the hormones are going bananas. We cutting up. We crying for no good reason. We mad.
yes,
Got attitude. So we'll just set that aside.
yes.
But other than that, what were you like as a kid?
I was very much an introvert. And my mother tells this story about one time her father, my grandfather, had taken us down to the mall.
Hmm.
And I don't know if it was a concert or something. And I don't even know who else was. It was my mom, it was my grandfather. I don't know who else was with us. But this stampede ensued, and my grandfather, I think, kind of brought us near, I don't know where the trees are down on the mall. Like, there are no trees. I don't know where we
Mm-mm.
were, but we were somewhere downtown and gathered near a tree and just kind of stood there. And she said that I was quiet the whole time. And then when we got somewhere, like at my grandmother's house or somewhere else, I was telling everything, like, oh, this, and this happened. But I was very much an introvert.
But the
Um,
observer, like a quiet
yes,
observer.
yep. And that is my most comfortable place now.
Mm-hmm.
I love people watching, love, just
That's true.
observing.
I have seen her. I've seen her at it, but
that is my most comfortable place. But I was a chubby child. I was happy, but very much introverted. And I did not. I'm still an introvert, believe it or
mm-hmm.
not. A
Mm-hmm.
lot of people don't believe it, but I did not realize that I needed to become more of an extrovert until I got in college.
Mm.
And that was when, because I knew I had to speak up, or else, you know, I would fail.
And having
So,
that hard working background and all that, failure was not an option.
right.
So you figured it out.
Yeah, I figured it out for sure.
Okay. So what did you dream about as a child? Like, you know, whether it was work or your family life or, travel. What did you dream about?
Hmm. So I was, this one thing, as soon as you asked the questions, one thing came to mind. And that is this business plan that I wrote probably my first year in college. This
Mm,
is in college, but I'll
okay.
go back further
Okay.
than that. But this business plan that I wrote for the executive suites, which was a women's clothing store,
Oh,
which I still have today.
you still have the plan today?
Yes. Now, why the store has not opened, I don't know.
That's a great question.
So,
That
you're
only she
supposed
can
to
answer.
write the vision, make it plain, and then execute it. That's
That's
what
what
we're
you're
supposed
supposed
to
to
do.
do. That's what you're supposed to do. What?
But so I just wanted to mention that. Um,
So you're not into the clothing thing anymore? Like has your interest shifted so that having a store isn't really relevant because a brick and mortar store is like tough.
hmm
So has your interest changed? Because clearly you're still doing things for women, so that's
hmm
still very
hmm
important to you.
hmm
Maybe just not so much in the way of clothing.
Yeah, I think that that's a good question. I am always interested in, like, fashion and stuff. Although
Hmm.
you all probably cannot tell today, but yeah, I've always been interested in fashion. Not so much designer stuff,
No,
but
that's very
nice
different. Yeah.
quality clothing,
Hmm.
which is not being made today. Like, I haven't been shopping and I don't know how long, but when I was into shopping, you would always find me buying a nice suit,
Hmm.
for work, or like I was a conservative
Hmm.
dresser. And but as time has changed, has evolved and changed and all of that, so have I. So I'm still interested in that. I think having, a brick and mortar store
Hmm.
is just, it doesn't fit into my life right now, and it doesn't make sense for me.
Right.
um, and especially considering the day and age that we're in now, if I were to do anything, it would be online.
It would have to be.
Yeah. So that's that. Prior to that, like, I was never the girl who had the dream of being married and having kids and a dog and all of that. Like, I was never that girl. And I don't even know why. Because I had the example
Hmm.
of, that, but I was just never that, girl who dreamed of that. I had boyfriends, here and there.
We'll
And
get into that later.
oh Lord. But I just never, had that dream. I just always wanted to have a good job, make good money, and be able to take care of myself.
Hmm.
So yeah,
Interesting. But I think that it's important to know that having a family and children is a choice. And
absolutely.
so many girls think that you go to school, you get your education, you find a man, and then you get have babies, and you get married and have babies, whichever order.
Hmm.
No judgment, right?
Yeah,
No
yeah,
judgment zone. But
right.
that's what people think. and it really is a choice. And
Yeah.
it should be a conscious decision because one, babies ain't for everybody.
Hello.
Not just because you don't want them. You might want you, you might want them, but it's not a good choice for you. Like
Yeah.
just, you know,
You have to
be a
know
good
what's for
auntie.
you.
Yeah, you don't need to have baby
Listen,
babies.
I have nephews and I have one niece who, all who I love dearly, and I love kids.
Yeah, but
And right,
it's
I
a
don't
choice.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. It's a
Like I
choice.
mean, this episode is not about me. However, I'll share. You
Correct.
know,
No, I'm just kidding. No,
but
go ahead.
when I got married right out of college, right out of college, graduated December 91 and was married by um, October 92,
Wow.
like right out of college. But was married for like 4 years, didn't have children, didn't want them,
Mm-hmm.
and then I found myself pregnant, but it absolutely wasn't by choice, and I would have never chose to have children.
Mm.
I and so sometimes the Lord steps in and says, this is your path. Because I wouldn't have decided, oh, now I'm ready for kids. I never had that burning desire, that biological
Really?
clock.
Yeah.
I never did. It wasn't
Yeah.
an interest of mine. But
Mm-hmm.
and then after I had the first one, I was like, I want one just like it.
You.
I need another one just like it. Because she was like the best. And so that kind of turned my, mind around
Oh,
about
that's
having kids.
nice
Yeah,
though.
because she was the
You're
best.
not like, oh, I still don't want them, but you,
Yeah, can
after you had the
somebody
first.
please take this baby? No, yeah, it was a good one. So, yeah, I think that's important. And that's
Yeah.
wise to know what you want and what you don't want.
Hmm.
But, okay, now she's getting me off script. Have you found that it was
Purposely, it's like no.
have you found that it's been difficult to find someone to date knowing that you don't want to have kids? Like, are the men that you date, especially when you were younger, a little bit younger, did they not want to date you because you didn't want to have children or you may not have wanted to get married, or was that a challenge?
No, it wasn't at
And they were
all.
like, woo, okay. They're like, thank you, Jesus. Some woman that didn't want to marry me. Girl, you probably had all the men coming after you.
Listen, it was not like I that wasn't my experience. However, what you make me think about is how my criteria, like my list,
Hmm.
has changed and evolved over the years. And so, because I once upon a time I was like, ain't nobody who had like, if you have kids, like you're not for me. Like we're
Right.
in two different places in our lives,
Listen, that's
and
true.
like
I get it.
he probably had experience. I'm sure that whoever he is, had experiences that I had not had, but vice versa,
Right,
and
right,
vice
right.
versa. But as I got older, I don't know if it was an intentional thing, but it just kind of happened. So I think what became the priority for me was getting to know the person.
Hmm.
And so, the guy that I'm dating now, he probably nobody that I know could would imagine that I would be with him. We're very different.
Hmm.
He's
Difference not
from
bad.
no, it's not. He thinks differently. He's a business minded person, but he's
He can help her
also
with her store.
that's right. And actually, I never even mentioned that. That I might show it to him.
Hmm.
Because he can put some stuff into motion. But he also he's from the Bronx, and I don't want to tell too
Wait,
much of
is the
his life.
Bronx the boogie down, or is that the boogie down?
Yes,
Okay, Brooklyn is something else, but okay. So he from
yeah.
the boogie down.
Hmm. And he has lived a certain life, and so we come from two different paths.
Hmm.
But interestingly enough, both grew up in the church.
Oh,
But
that's another whole episode right
yeah,
there.
it is.
Can't
Our
imagine.
experiences are so vastly different. But he, at his core, is a very loving person.
Hmm.
And that, when I met him, was was the thing that kept me having conversations with him, because
Mhm.
I could like see that through his actions,
Mhm.
how he deals with his friends, how he deals with his mom.
Mhm.
So yeah.
Well, since you've just hijacked my whole little list, we'll just get right on into it. I won't ask if you're seeing anyone,
Okay, I
but I
appreciate
will
that.
ask, how did you meet?
So I had decided that I wanted to get hardwood floors in my house,
Mhm.
and he was contracting with the company who sent him out. The company was like, "Oh, her name is LaShonne. We're gonna send him out here."
Right, right, right. For the estimate, because they
Yes.
were trying to seal a deal. They were like, okay, LaShonne, she black. she, now, if it was Sean, we wouldn't know. LaShonne.
There were some things that they were able to surmise from my name and where I live, probably also. But yes, so he came in, did a
And you said, how
consultation.
you doing?
He came in, and this was actually in uh, this was during 2020,
Okay. He
and
came in for a consultation. Okay.
listen, we went over the flooring and all this stuff. He was very, by the book. After after I decided that I was going to move forward with getting the floors,
Was that the same day? Had
yes.
you, yeah, you decided immediately?
Uh-huh.
Uh huh. Okay. Because you knew you wanted to see him again
He was at my house for 4 hours.
to give you a consultation on some hardwood floors.
After we got finished talking about the floors, he then sat back on the couch, and
What was he doing sitting on the couch?
we started conversing. And his phone was blowing up with clients like, "Where are you?" And I was like, "Your phone is ringing." And we had a 4 hour conversation. And he had asked me about, taking me out to lunch. And then, we ended up going out, and the rest is history. Here we are, what, 5 years later?
That was a hell of a consultation.
It was.
Did he
It
ever
was a
get
four
to? Did
hour.
he ever get to his other clients?
I don't know.
And it don't matter. You don't care.
No. But
Okay.
yeah, that was how it happened.
So you are a prime example that your knight in shining armor can knock on your door and appear.
Mhm.
Okay. Because there's some women who believe they don't have to go anywhere, they don't have to do anything. The man of their dreams will just land in their lap. And I say that's the most ridiculous thing ever. You need
Yeah.
to be living your life and doing your things, and then you meet whoever. But you're an example of someone who is just at home.
Because I really was not like, I've kind of always been a person that has been fine just being
Hmm.
alone, like
Right.
single or whatever. Now, what I would do when I'm older, because I believe that people want companionship, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know what my future looks like because I'm not married again. So,
Would you marry? I'm not going to ask would you marry him, but would you get married?
um, I don't know.
See, this is why it's two chicks, one vibe. I don't think, I don't think I can do it. And
But you've had the
that's
experience,
why I don't think I could do
right?
it.
Which I understand. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
I mean, that's my true answer too. I don't know, leaning towards the
Mm-hmm.
I ain't gonna do it. That's where I lean, but the true answer is I don't know. It
Yeah.
would, I mean, the stars would have to be aligned. It would just
Yeah.
have to, and it's almost like it would have to be for a reason. Like I know one of my old colleagues, I don't know what he has. He has some medical condition, and he was living with a woman, and she never wanted to get married. She had been married before. She never wanted to get married. She wanted to be with him forever and ever, amen. She just didn't want to get married. And I think he forced her hand because of this medical condition.
Mm,
And he needed, he could have given her power of attorney, all those kinds of things. But he was like, no, can we just get married so we don't have to do all of this stuff?
yeah.
And so I can make sure you're taken care of if anything happened to me.
Hmm.
And it's not going to be a mass, a big deal, with attorneys and all of that stuff. So, I mean, if I had that situation, then I would probably do it because it made sense.
Hmm.
But that might be the only reason why I'd get
Mm,
married again.
okay.
You're purely logical, like no, because you can
Yeah.
love whoever,
Yeah.
and so anyway, okay. So your answer is you don't know.
Yeah. I don't know.
And I ask, would you consider marrying him? It's been 5 years.
Right. Yeah. Because then this is the reason, because I feel like we have built a good friendship. And
Hmm.
that's what I was about to say. Like, if I did decide to get married um, when I'm older, it would need to be with someone who I have a solid friendship with, because you have to, at the core of
Hmm.
whatever it is, you have to like the person.
Hmm.
And so, I like him as a person. We can laugh and joke or whatever. We both get on each other's nerves.
Hmm.
So,
Would you wear white?
I mean, yes. I
Or a
mean,
fire engine red? Would you?
or
A
black.
red mini
No.
dress or black booty shorts? What you doing on your wedding day?
That remains to be seen.
Okay, I'm gonna be there front and center. Okay. So what about okay, this is I know you're seeing someone. So we're going
Mhm.
to just go down memory lane a little bit. Have you ever done online dating?
Once I did.
One time you did or one period of time you did? Like did you do it for like a day, meet someone, go on a date, or did you do it for like 6 months?
Yeah, I did it for a period of time. Met this one guy, and
Just one?
well, connected with multiple, but
Mhm.
only went out on a couple of dates with one.
Okay.
And I my intuition, probably every woman's intuition, is like sharp. Like my gut is on point.
Uh-huh.
And I always had this feeling that I wasn't getting everything from him.
Mm.
And
And she was.
one one thing about LaShonne is that you won't even know that I'm gone when I'm gone.
Oh, well, we'll have to talk about that later. How you do that?
I would just be like, okay, and I would be out.
So you basically ghosted them.
Well, I didn't ghost him, but we didn't go out anymore, and we had conversations after that,
Okay.
but we didn't go out anymore.
Okay. So no funny stories. Like you just went out with someone a couple of times and that was it. But no funny stories because I did it for
Mm-mm.
a little bit and whew, the
Do
stories.
tell.
No, I mean it was just it was an adventure, but I
Hmm.
was doing it purely for entertainment purposes. Like I didn't want to do it. My good girlfriend at the time was like, "You should do it. You should do it. It'll be fun." And so we were on there just cutting up and just saying and doing whatever. And I don't know if the guys knew that I wasn't like seriously looking for a husband
Probably not.
because they were cutting up too. And it was just, I mean, I didn't go out a lot with people, but just the conversations were just like next level crazy. Yeah, I just didn't get it. But anyway, it was fun.
Yeah, it's a yeah, I don't even know. It's a bit of a circus out here.
Yeah, you can't do online dating really looking for a husband.
No,
You have to do it to expand your circle.
right. And then I guess allow whatever happened to happen, because there have
Right.
been people who have gotten married
Absolutely.
from online dating.
I dated someone for what, a year and a half from online dating.
Hmm.
Now, granted, I was grieving the loss of my best friend, so it probably would have lasted 2 months. if I hadn't been grieving. But it served its purpose.
Yeah. Yep.
So
Yep.
do all kinds of things. Okay, so we'll move into a little bit of rapid fire, just to break things up a little bit, and then I have some other questions for you.
Okay, sure.
Okay,
Fire
so
away.
all right, paper or plastic?
Paper.
Good answer. Beer or wine?
Wine.
Okay, leggings or jeans?
Mm. You probably all always see me in leggings,
I do.
but I love jeans. Like today,
Really?
I was like, I should have wore some jeans.
I didn't know if you had any. I, oh yes, I did. That's not true. You
Listen,
had on them white jeans.
the
Okay,
first,
the
yes,
first episode. Okay, you're right.
but yeah, I will throw on a legging. That's because we're always
I know.
doing active things, so I can't be active in
Unless
jeans.
there's a lot of stretch in the jean, and then
Well,
you can,
yeah,
yeah. But, okay, car or truck,
truck,
beach or mountain?
beach,
Would you want to host or be a guest?
be a guest. Hosting is for
Mm.
people who want to host.
Oh
I
Lord,
don't.
movie or concert?
Concert.
Mm.
Movie theaters are nasty. You know that. Or you talking about movie in your home? Are you talking about?
Well, I was talking about a movie theater movie.
Oh,
No,
I don't like movie theaters.
now there is one theater. Is it? God, I
It's
can't
it's
remember
still
where it is.
nasty though. I
There's
can
one that
promise
I
you.
go to that smells like feet. Like
Oh,
it's the minute you walk in, it's like who done took their shoes? It's bad. But I don't. I like a movie theater.
can I just tell you a funny story?
Absolutely.
My cousin and I,
Who,
um,
Erica?
yes,
Okay.
had gone. So there was this restaurant that we used to go to get these collard green egg rolls, and they
Were they good?
were amazing.
It doesn't
Anyway,
sound right. A collard green
we
egg roll.
used to go to where was this movie theater? I don't know, it must have been in Greenbelt. And I think Tuesdays was $5 movies or something like that. So we done went and got us some food, went up into the movie theater and sat in the back and started chowing down. And lo and behold, the man came with the flashlight, and we were like, "Oh God, we about to go to jail." And he was like, "Y'all cannot do this," and we were like, "Okay." So we did ate the rest of it. I think we ended
Did you
up
get
giving
put
it to
out?
him. No, I
Oh.
think we ended up giving it to him, giving the remainder to him so he could throw it in the trash. It's like, sir, don't nobody
Like
want to
what?
be up in here paying all of this money
For
for
popcorn?
right.
Yeah, my mom and her bestie, Miss Jackson, used to do that. But Miss Jackson would fry her own chicken. And they would go and they were old, so nobody said anything to them. They would just be sitting up there with their little two piece that Miss Jackson had cooked.
Right.
Yeah. So
But now, you can, they have these more luxury,
yeah, that's nice. You can have your little blanket and
the
you order your
reclining
wine, your
seat,
reclining seats.
food
Yeah.
ordered and delivered and all of that stuff. So, yeah,
So you still think they're nasty?
they are. Yes. They just don't, I don't know. They just don't clean the places. Like, and then I'm always looking for rodents to be crawling over my feet and stuff. You know that happens. Movie theaters are like that because they
Where do
don't.
you
They
go to the
don't.
movies? I've literally never seen a rodent in a movie theater. Now I'm sure they exist, but while I'm watching a movie, I haven't had one.
Well, me either.
Maybe that goes
But
back to
thank
your.
goodness.
Anyway, I'm gonna leave that alone. Okay. What do you do for fun?
I love to do things like wine festivals. I play tennis, of
Of
course.
course.
Love just hanging out with my family. We have some characters in our family, so whenever we gather, it's always a fun time. Um, I like to do things like bowling, I don't. Shopping used to be at the top of my list, but
Really?
that is not even on the list.
Since COVID or when? When did that stop?
Yeah, I would say since COVID,
Okay.
because you would always find me in the mall. Oh
Really?
yes.
See, I'm not a shopper. I never have been. But my mom used to drag me to the stores as a child, and I was like,
Oh, that
I
was
can't.
my
Oh my God,
thing.
that's just too much. And then you have all that stuff, and then you got to do something with it. You got to fold the clothes and put them
Mm,
away. I don't want to do any of that.
I used
That's
to
not
love
fun.
it. I wish I and there are a lot of things that I used to do that I just don't anymore. But shopping is one of those things. I used to also be a fragrance person.
Really, even though you gave me shade when I put on a
Well, I was
limiting
about to
scented lotion.
say now I don't wear any fragrance
Yeah, I
because
can't.
I'm very sensitive
Yeah,
to it.
I'll put it on. Like I'll wear a fragrance twice. By that third time, it burns my nose hair and it smells like alcohol. I
Hmm.
can't do it. So I think I
Yeah.
have some kind of allergy to it or something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
I
fragrance.
just don't like it. Yeah.
So shopping used to be at the top of your list, but now it's more active things and
Hmm.
what's okay. What's your hidden talent?
I don't have one.
That's not true.
I
You have
Well,
something.
tell me, what is it?
What now? I don't
No,
know.
because
Like
I
what
don't.
about so you don't cook?
Oh yeah,
Is that
but
a hidden
that's
talent?
is it?
I don't know because I don't. I'm morally opposed to cooking.
Yeah, I cook, and I cook well. Like I'm a good cook.
Oh, okay. What's your specialty?
I can cook anything really.
Really?
I cook green. So first of all, I love greens, and
Uh huh.
so every Sunday,
Every
um,
Sunday?
yeah,
Because today is Sunday.
yes,
Okay.
I have 2 bags of greens. I have a bag of kale, a bag of collards, and I wash them. Now I don't like boil the
No,
nutrients
that you
out of
shouldn't.
my.
Uh huh.
I put mine in like I will saute some fresh garlic, cut up an onion, um, wash the greens very good because I know some of y'all ain't washing them greens. And
I'm not washing the greens. I'm like, can I buy them in a bag that's pre-washed and I'm gonna soak them? My mama said put some baking soda and soak
yes,
them, and
and
that's
some
it. That, just one
salt.
time, not the 3 times that she says. I ain't doing all that.
Okay,
You need to
duly
do it three
noted.
times. You need to wash
Yeah,
them 3 times.
you need to look at the color of the water, and it needs to be light. I mean, it's going to be a faint green, but it needs to be light. But so yeah.
I'm not doing that. Okay, so you have your kale and collards at home right now because
Hmm.
you said every Sunday.
Yes. And I whatever my protein is going to be, sometimes it's lamb chops, sometimes it's salmon.
I've never had a lamb chop
What?
ever in my life.
When I tell you my family is a lamb chop eating family, like it oh,
I
and
can't
especially
even
if we grill.
imagine.
Oh my goodness. Mwah, 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 mwah. They're so good. What protein? What, you don't eat meat?
I do, but I'm not eating lamb chops.
Oh. I mean, okay.
They're so cute. I can't do it.
The lamb
I
or the chops? I don't
can't. I
understand.
can't do it. Okay,
So
so
yeah, I can cook. I cook. I learned from the best, like my mom and my grandmothers.
oh, they both cook well. Okay. Yeah, I didn't want to be in the kitchen.
I
Ever.
didn't have a choice. So
Well, the good thing for me was I was just irritating enough with
purposely.
enough questions where my mom was like, "Go play," and I would leave the kitchen. So, there's a method to my madness. So I was like, I can't
Hmm.
be in here. Um, so cooking may be your hidden talent.
Oh, okay. Why is it hidden? I'm confused by the term. I guess.
Are you?
Yeah.
Well, because like me, for example, being around you for a period of time, I would have never guessed that you cook, that you
You
enjoy
from
cooking, or
looking at me, you could tell I eat though, right? Just
no.
go ahead and say it,
No,
Sherri.
no, no. I wouldn't say that, but because the just your vibe. You
I
don't
don't look
seem like
like a
you don't seem like
child.
you
Yes.
seem like you could, all the good restaurants, but you would never, I would never ever, especially like a Sunday night routine of what you cook, never in a million years.
Yes. And I am a person who, like, I cook my meal on Sunday and I will eat it throughout the week.
So that's
Same
a
thing.
big pot of greens.
Well, no, it's not even
If
a
you
pot.
eating
Like,
off it all week, it ain't a
yeah.
little bit of greens.
No, it's not, but it's 2 bags. I think 2 bags is like what, 5 pounds total, or is it? It's not 10 pounds, I don't
I have
think.
no idea.
But it's enough to
Okay.
last me throughout the week. Now, here and there, I may go out for lunch or something
Hmm.
like that. So, but it's I'm eating that same thing basically during the week.
Okay. No other hidden talents. That's why I'm saying hidden. Like what most people don't know about you. That's
Oh, yeah, I don't know what that would be.
why. Okay. We're gonna go with cooking.
Okay.
All right. Do you have a mantra or like a philosophy on life?
My basic principle and or mantra is to treat people with kindness.
Okay.
Now, I am a human being. Okay.
I'm waiting for the rest of it.
No,
'Cause
because sometimes, it I have to check myself in terms of depending on what the situation is. Like I have to check myself, like, okay, LaShonne, be kind. Because sometimes
now I have to say, when I met her, she never really been kind to me.
what? Sherry. Oh
I would
my
show up
goodness.
on the tennis court and she's like, "Oh, I'm fine. Thanks for asking." I ain't said nothing to her. I just mind my business. I'm great, Sherry. Thanks for asking. Stuff like that. So, but that was all in fun.
Yes,
All in fun. Yes, you are
always.
kind. You're definitely kind. Well, this might be another. I have this other question that's very similar to your hidden talent one. Um, what's the one thing that people would be surprised to learn about you, other than the introvert?
Well, that would be the thing though, because even with my close, my like friends that I've known for a number of years, when I say that I'm an introvert, it's like they didn't know that. Like,
Hmm.
when did you become an introvert? I'm like, that is who I am.
Always.
But other than that, I don't know. I people probably would know that I eat pickled garlic.
Oh, I know. I saw that one day. And you sent me a picture of the because my friend loves garlic, and I thought, okay, he may want to eat some pickled garlic. And when I was in the grocery store just yesterday, I saw a jar of pickled garlic, and
Oh, it is so good, and it is so good for you. But garlic comes out of your pores. My mother is always like, "Have you been eating garlic?" Like, yes.
my cousin does that. She'll be like, "What you been eating?"
Hence the reason I haven't been sick. Hence the reason that.
Oh God.
But yeah, I could sit and eat. There's this particular brand, which I don't know if that's the brand that I send you. It probably is.
Hmm.
That it's crunchy and woo,
That's exactly how she described it to me. She
it is so
loves this
good.
garlic. She's
You
like, it's so
haven't tasted
crunchy. No, I mean I like garlic, but I just if I haven't eaten lamb chops ever, then I'm not eating pickle. I'm not eating that.
But I like a lot of pickled things. Like I've had pickled asparagus, which is good. I've had pickled okra.
I don't even like okra.
Um, do you
So
eat sushi?
no,
Where are you from?
right here. And lived in Japan for 4 years, but no, I'm not eating sushi. Mm-mm.
That's wild. But you were about to ask me something.
I was about to ask you something. um, it was about the pickled garlic. Oh, have you ever done that? Like any of those studies about your blood type, like eat right for your blood type? Because
Mhm.
like my blood type, I shouldn't be eating pickled or fermented things.
Mhm.
Have you done that?
Mhm.
Are you? Should you be eating all this pickled stuff?
I don't know, but there were several things.
How you do it and you don't know?
Well, Erica, my cousin, has the book.
Uh-huh.
And so it's a lot in there. Like it's
Yeah.
a lot.
Yeah.
And so there are certain nuts like almonds I
Hmm.
shouldn't be eating,
I be
walnuts
tearing
I shouldn't
almonds
be
up.
eating,
I shouldn't be eating almonds, but I eat them every day. So
avocado I shouldn't be eating.
I don't like
I don't
that.
like that anyway.
Yeah, me either.
So there are a number of things that are healthy foods. And see, that's the thing that's tricky also, about people having this general sense about what's healthy to eat,
Yeah.
that you need to eat according to
Yeah.
your blood type, technically. And do you know your blood type?
I did at one point.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
'Cause mine is O positive.
Yeah, it's something.
Yeah. Um. So, but yeah, who pays? Who?
Listen, I figure humans have been around for a long
But
time, so
I
we can
do
eat a little
need
everything.
meat though.
I know I need meat.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that whole vegetarian thing didn't work for me.
Yeah, I tried it.
No. Is there a question you wish that I would ask, or you wish that people would ask this particular question of you, and people rarely ever do? It's along the lines of, what do you want people to know about you? What do you want them
Hmm.
to ask you?
I don't know what specific question I would want people to ask me. However, I do feel and know that this has happened, uh, you know, enough with people that I I have been told that I have a stern exterior.
Hmm.
You, is that that you agree or you understand? And I
I wasn't trying to be that. That was I was a little overzealous on that one.
no,
Yes, I'm
but
familiar with that.
I've been asked, am I a police officer?
uh,
I've been asked, am I in the military?
hmm.
And I don't know where the stern exterior comes from. And I think part of it is the introverted side of me that's
It
just
could
quiet.
be, because that is off-putting for some people. Like, they don't know how to read you because you're not all in somebody's face, and all of that.
Right.
And you have a
I understand. I mean, you can
demeanor.
say it. Yeah, it's stern, which I mean, you know me enough by
Hmm.
now. So yeah, there is some chiseling away that needs to happen before you
You
can
warm
really
up.
get to
Uh-huh.
before you get to, which is interesting because I always have thought of myself as someone who, like, I can go anywhere and talk to anybody.
But you don't. You
No,
just choose not to.
I do.
Yeah.
I do. I promise you I do. And people don't necessarily have to come up to me. Like I will pick up a conversation with anybody.
Hmm.
I love to get to know new people and to chat with people, but one, I don't know how to change it.
Or if you should. I mean, you probably
Right.
shouldn't change it, because you immediately filter out the bullshit. Like, people will never approach you with some bullshit. You look like you ain't having it.
Right.
So that's just off rip. So, I mean, so it may not be a bad thing.
So I don't know what that question would be,
Hmm.
but for me, it would, what I would ask of people is to get to know me.
Hmm.
Like, don't be scared. I'm not going to
Right.
bite.
Right.
Just,
And I think also it's your posture too, a little bit.
oh,
You're very upright. You're very, like, some people just are kind of shoulders are rounded, kind of collapsing on themselves. I don't know how to describe it, but it's very
like they kind of shrink.
they kind of shrink, and
Hmm.
you are just, you know, I don't know if it's the tiggle bitties. I don't know what it is, but you have presence, and so that could be it too. That's why you get the military and the police officer, because you stand tall. Your shoulders back, great posture, that kind of thing.
Oh,
So it could
okay.
it could be.
I'll accept that.
Yeah. So is are you living the life you've dreamed of? And if so, is it meeting your expectations? And if not, what would you change?
Hmm.
Did y'all see she just rolled her eyes? I
Did
don't she just and that might be why she gets that police
I?
officer thing
Did
too.
I roll
You
my
did, you
eye?
rolled them a little bit.
Oh, that was me thinking.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, it looked like irritation a little bit.
No, not at
Okay, okay.
all.
All right.
Not at all. I just want to, be able to formulate a sentence that makes sense.
Okay.
So, going back to your question about, as a young person, what I dreamed about,
Mhm.
and I mentioned that I just wanted to have a good job, that, and I'm going to add that pays well, and that, and just take care of myself.
Mhm.
So I'm going to go back to that and say, yes, I am living, my dream life.
Okay.
And it is, providing me with everything that I need. And I'm just going to say that I'm saying that it has provided me with everything I need, but I am also a believer in God.
Mhm.
And so I know who my source is.
Mhm.
And so I never want to present as if, because people will say things like I'm self-made, and I'm a
Yeah.
little,
Not so much.
yeah. So I know who my source is, and so I attribute all of what I have um, to God, providing me with all the things that I need in this natural realm, to pay my bills, to have disposable income, all the things, to have my health,
Mhm.
healthy
Mhm.
family, friends, all of those things. And so um, it it this question for some reason is bringing to my mind, how people define success, and it's different for everyone. It's very subjective, and so those things contribute to what I define as success for
Mhm.
me.
Mhm.
So yeah, there is nothing that I can think of at the moment that I want for, like, that I
That's
want.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Good, good, good. All right, so we're going to be winding it down a little bit.
Okay.
And this is going to be a little different, but very insightful.
Okay.
I have to go back up a little bit. Um,
Hopefully I can
tell
provide the insight.
me, tell me about your best friend. When did y'all meet? And how would you describe your best friend? And what's the fondest memory?
So, my best friend I met in high school in 10th grade. I had just transferred to,
This is after your time cutting up at Oxon
yeah,
Hill. Okay.
absolutely. Um, I met her in 10th grade, and I don't even know how, like, the specifics of how we met, but we just clicked.
Mm, mm-hmm.
And you know how, first of all, let me just backtrack and say that I have multiple
Besties.
best friends. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And for some reason, I went outside of my my family, because, like, my cousin Erica
Mm-hmm.
would be number one on the list. But this person that I'm talking about, so
Best.
we met 10th grade, high school, and we were literally connected. Like, when people would see me without her, they'd be like, "Oh, where's so and so?"
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
we were like that. What's interesting about our journey is that we did get disconnected for a moment because of a disagreement,
Oh.
like an unspoken
Uh-huh.
disagreement. And we reconnected some years ago and back at it.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like we were back, like we never left. And what was the rest of the question? I don't
Just
even
tell
remember
me,
what year we met.
well, just tell me about her. Like, what makes her who she is?
Hmm. She is a very loving and sweet person. Would do anything for anybody.
Mm-hmm.
She's educated, intelligent. She gives good advice. She loves to have fun. When we're together, it's always a kiki, but we can have some good substantive conversations
Mm-hmm.
also. Um, and just a genuinely nice person, and is comfortable with who she is. And
In her skin.
yeah, those are the types of people that I sort of gravitate towards.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's why I was asking about your best friend, because what your best friend looks like in the characteristics is probably going to be very similar to your characteristics.
Yeah.
So that's why I was just curious about your bestie and how long y'all have been friends and things like
Hmm.
that. Okay. So any parting words, anything that you want people to know, anything you want to share, anything you're looking forward to with this adventure?
I would just say that um I'm again, I don't know if I mentioned this on the first episode, but I'm happy to be on this journey with you. And it's like either every time we talk, or we've only had two episodes, but I'm finding out more and more about our alignment, right?
Mm-hmm.
Things
Mm-hmm.
in areas where we are aligned, which makes me happy. And I am just looking for this podcast to be something that is engaging.
Mm-hmm.
Like you and I can talk all day, right?
Mm-hmm.
And but I hope that it is engaging for the people. Like I want to attract um you know folks to these conversations, and we want to hear you all's thoughts also. And so if there are other things that you all want to know about us, either myself or Sherri,
Mm-hmm.
definitely post it in the comments. Again, we're going to be uploading our episodes on YouTube. We're going to be on Instagram, and we're going to be on TikTok. And I think I mentioned Facebook last time, but we'll confirm all of that. We'll confirm all of that. But I just wanted to be engaging first and
Mm-hmm.
foremost,
Informative,
informative. Yes.
fun. I'll just help her out a little bit.
Yes, absolutely. All those things. And so, the sky is the limit. We just want to, have you all, bring you all into our fold, and have you all as um, our friends. We'll have to think of a nickname for our audience. So we're two chicks, one vibe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll have to think about that. I'm drawing blanks.
But yeah, this was
Okay.
good. I appreciated your thoughtful questions. That was great.
It was good. And I was really asking the questions that I was curious about.
Mm-hmm.
Because we do have a lot of similarities in our upbringing outside of the church thing. You know, you grew up in the church. I did not. My mama sent us to church.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
she
Yeah.
would go sometimes, but so little subtle differences,
Yeah. Yeah.
but very much the same with the nuclear family and all of that,
Mm-hmm.
education, the whole nine. So
Mm-hmm.
very similar.
Yep.
So it'll be a journey.
So let us know what you all think, and we will see you all on the next episode.
Ciao.
Ciao. Thank you for watching and listening to this episode. Please remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel at Two Chicks One Vibe. Also, please like, share, and follow on all social platforms. We're on TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram. We appreciate your support, and we will see you all on the next episode.